Alright everybody, today I thought we would take a closer look at my double barrel Derringer from CFT Firearms, which is no longer around. Just to humor everybody, I guess. So this thing is chambered in 45 long Colt and 410 shotgun shells. And it'll take the full-size 410s, which used to be a pain and a half to actually fire out of this thing, because before I did this little bubbified modification, it used some bird's head grips that stopped about right here. So this terrible little trigger dug into your hand whenever you were trying to actually shoot it. So like your knuckle would get stuck right under here. You'd have just one or two fingers to hold on to it, pull the trigger, then you'd have a bloody little knuckle from it. But now that I added this little 6-shooter grip to it, it's actually pretty comfortable. It changed the gun a lot. But on top of some of the other bullshit that's going on with it, so you can't even pull the hammer back whenever it's on safety at all. So in order to fire this, you have to take this little crossbolt safety, and it has to be all the way on this side, but you can't press it unless you cock the hammer back ever so slightly, push it in. Now you can cock the hammer. Once that's done, to fire each barrel, you have this little firing pin right here. This firing pin, not even really a firing pin, but that's what I'm going to call it, switches from side to side. The firing pins are actually both right there. So basically you just swap this little piece right here for each barrel you want to fire. This one fires this barrel. This side fires this barrel, which doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, just like a revolver, whenever the hammer's cocked, if you hold the hammer down and cock the button, you can decock it ever so slowly. But guess what? After you fired it, you can't unload it, because to unload it or to load it, the safety has to be on this side. So in order to fix that, safety has to be over here in order to open the barrel. So once you've unloaded, reloaded, close that, can't cock the hammer back, have to do this little motion, then you can finally fire it. So even for what its intended use was, which is to be like a toolbox snake gun or something like that, it's a pain and a half to actually use. So really you can only use it at the range, and apparently they sold pretty well. Like they make kits, or made kits, where you could put one of these together for about 30 bucks at one time. I bought this for about 100 bucks about 10 years ago out of a shop. I did a background check for it, and you know, I've had fun with it, but it's really hard to use. And there's honestly quite a few better options, even in this style, than this little thing. I'll give it credit. It fires every single time I pull the trigger, so it does do that. But as you can see, lately I've decided I'm just bored with it, so I started bubbifying it ever so slightly. Put some Rust-Oleum spray paint on there to make it shiny. And then I added this single action army grip and some JB Weld to make it actually work. So I'm having a little bit of fun. People are saying on Facebook that I need to put a Picatinny rail right there so I can put a red dot on it, but I don't know about that. That seems a little redundant, and I'm kind of poor. I would like to put red dots on stuff I actually like, so I'm probably not going to do that. Alright, well, I do have a little bit of range video for this little thing, so we're going to cut away to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Have my little double barrel Derringer out again today. I'm going to see what double-aught 410 buckshot is going to do to this target here. I'm aiming for the blue. Let's go see. Well, not much. I got one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right there. Let's see how it does with just 45 Colt. Alright, I've got her loaded back up with 45 long Colt. We'll see how she does this time. I managed to get at least both of those that time. Up here and down here. Wildly inaccurate. And I think I was only at about 7 yards. So there you go. Alright, one more time. I've got it loaded back up with 410 buck. I am much closer. We're gonna see what it'll do at about 3 yards. I was aiming at the center. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright, I just have one more 410 left, so I figured I'd go ahead, put it in there. I'd get even closer. Fucking see if I get anything. Oh, finally. Just barely added 1 or 2 more holes to that.